Hey, y'all, good morning. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and welcome back to Pelion, South Carolina. Y'all, this is where the magic happens. Here at WormWizardcastings, it's already 87 degrees Fahrenheit here today. It's very humid, just like it has been all week. It's been raining every day. It's been raining every day, and they're calling for rain again this afternoon. But y'all, I'm exuberant and excited. Huzzah! Because last night we got 2 more worm orders in. Shout out to Sabrina and Autumn. I appreciate y'all's worm orders. Thank you, and God bless y'all. I already got your worm orders packaged up, and as soon as I get done with this video, I'm going to take them down to the post office, and I'll shoot you a message after I drop them off. Y'all, if you want to, go check out the... well, I ain't gonna post it today, but later in the week, go check out the Where in the World Are the Worm Wizards at, and you'll get to see where Autumn and Sabrina hail from here in the U.S. So you can see where the red pins went on the map. But y'all hear Jack over there? Y'all, without further ado, let's get right into it, and let's see what the Worm Wizards are into today. And don't forget to get your comments in down below, y'all. That gets you entered in the Dime Time Silver Dime giveaway. I'll announce that winner on Saturday, y'all, during my live. All right, got a little condensation. Not a surprise. As humid as it is. Let's see. Can I catch them before they all wiggle away? Jack making a lot of noise now. Jang-a-lang, jang-a-lang. Jack making a ton of noise now. Earlier, when I was out there taking the video with him, he didn't crow but, y'all, Jack didn't crow but 2 times during the video I took the day of the chickens. So, y'all hear him though? Now he won't shut up. Alright, well, we just gonna scratch back the surface and check in on the wormies and see how they doing today. Ooh-wee. Oh yeah, the bedding's nice and cool. The temperature is regulating a little bit over here. Now, it did, the weatherman called for 89 degrees yesterday, but it actually got to 92. So it got a little bit warmer than he even said it was going to get. But look at all these worm castings and worms, y'all. Man, they looking beautiful. They are looking fantastic. Just absolutely beautiful. And the worms seem to be really happy. These warmer temperatures keep them pretty active, y'all. Y'all, this is looking good. Let me get back here in this corner and see what we see. Lots of beautiful worms and castings. Look at there. There's gonna be beautiful worms. Look at there. Zoom in on those fellas right there. Look at those. Look at those. That's a hook-worthy worm right there, y'all. Yes, sir. If anybody's in need of any composting red wigglers for your compost bin, or if you want to start your own worm bin to help recycle your food scraps or your shredded cardboard or any of your junk mail and things like that, y'all, I can hook you up. If you check out the description of these videos, I got the links posted down there. If you click on them, those will take you over to our eBay store. And y'all, I sell quarter-pound packages of red wiggler worms, which is about 250 approximately. And I ship them USPS mail, priority mail. I also sell the worm castings. I sell those in a 5 and 10 pound package that I'll mail out with the USPS. But I also have a 25-pound sandbag sack that I'll sell you, but that's for local pickup only because shipping on that's kind of ridiculous when you start getting up there in the weight, higher in the weight like that with 25 pounds. But let me show you all these worm castings while I'm talking about them. Oh yeah, look at them worms over there. Here, I'm gonna zoom in on them. Look at them. Look at them. Running away from the compost pile, looking for that water stuck on the tarp over there. Look at all them worms. Man, let me see. Let me see if I can pick those worms up. If I don't, D gonna get mad at me. Because D knows, D wants me to pick these worms up. Which I don't, yeah, I totally agree with her. But I got to try. The other day I tried picking them up and they was too slick. I couldn't get all of them up. So maybe if I bunch them up in a little pile, I'll be able to get them. Let's see here. Oh, I didn't get all of them, but I got a good many of them. Check that out. Y'all know what that is, right? That's the forbidden spaghetti. Oh, I can do better than that. That's the forbidden spaghetti, y'all. Or like some of us like to say, the intestines of the earth. All right, well, let's get these fellas back over to their home. Right there, y'all. Oh, there you go. Right back in your home. But let's get over here and check out these castings, y'all. I keep them under this tarp so they stay nice and moist. Check it out, y'all. I sell these castings on my eBay store. Ooh, man, let me zoom in on them. Look at them things, y'all. They're good and moist. Look at that. And they got all the goodie in them, y'all. They got all the goodie in them. They got the cocoons in there. They even got baby worms. Baby worms in there. Now, I don't screen them. I used to screen them. I don't screen them no more. I just leave all the goodie in it. Got a few, you might see a little twig here and there. But for the most part, I would say over 95% of it's castings. Over 95%. But y'all, this is absolutely black gold for your garden. Or if you're one of those folks out there that likes to grow cannabis plants or tomato plant, any kind of plant, this is some good all-purpose 100% organic fertilizer for your garden, y'all. And it's got all the microbes and the bacteria and the fungi in there. Man, I tell you what, I tell you, you don't believe me. You might not believe me, but I'm telling you. This stuff here is like magic for the garden. You put this in your soil, revitalize your soil, y'all. Revitalize your soil. I use this almost just exclusively. I sure do. Yes, sir. That's some good stuff right there. So if anybody needs any of that, the links are down in the description of the video. I sell them in 5-pound and 10-pound packages, and I'll mail them out to you. All right, well, let's get back over into it and see what these worms are doing in this bin. It looks like the worms haven't worked through this one as good as they did the first bin we looked at. There was way more castings in the first bin. It must be more, I'm assuming there must be more worms in the first bin because they seem to be working through the compost and they seem to be working through the mushroom compost and the cardboard faster in that previous bin. So there must be more worms in there. Ooh, look at those. Look at those. Let's move that stick. Woo! Look at there. Look at there. That's some nice worms right there. There's some hook-worthy worms in there. Yes, sir. That's some hook-worthy worms right there. I ain't seeing many soldier fly larvae. Dee was saying, which I know when we get to the frost, there won't be no more black soldier flies. But I think Dee was saying in the comments yesterday that as it starts to cool off and the summer wanes, that the soldier flies will kind of dissipate and disappear. So maybe that's what's going on. I kind of thought it was because I wasn't feeding the bins as much chicken feed, so there's less protein in here for them to eat. It could be a little of both, though, I reckon. It's not necessarily one thing or the other, I don't guess. What y'all think? What's your experience out there with the black soldier flies, if you got any? Dee, when did I know you over in Oklahoma. You got soldier flies in your bins? And if so, how long do they stick around? Ooh, we got a lot going on over here. So they turned up. Look at here. See all this, these castings here? Oh, yeah. Let's scoot this back and see what we see over here. Oh, yeah, look at all that. Ooh, that's a long one right there. I have too much fun. I'm like a kid. I'm like a kid out here, y'all. I'm having too much fun. Checking on my worms and looking at them. Still ain't moist enough for my liking, though. I might toss a little more water in this one this afternoon. Or not this afternoon, when I get done with this video. Because this top layer, this top few inches is... let me see here. It's a little crumbly for my liking. All that cardboard keeps it airy and dry. So I better add a little extra water to this one this afternoon. Or I keep saying this afternoon. When I get done taking this video, I'll add a little extra water to the bin. Let me turn it over a little bit and see what we see under here. Not a whole lot. Not seeing no soldier flies. Maybe they done vominosed. They done got on out of here. I don't even know if I use that word right. I probably shouldn't be using Spanish. I don't totally understand the meaning to, right, y'all? Me no habla español. I know very little. Pequeña. I don't know much Spanish, y'all. I don't know much Spanish. I wasn't a very good student in school. I should have paid more attention during Spanish class. Miss Wallner would be very upset with me. Or then maybe she wouldn't be very upset with me. I doubt she expected much out of me. I was not a very good student. I think I was a D student. So, I barely passed that class. Like I say, I just know pequeña. Very little. Mucho little. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Alright, I'll quit embarrassing myself and revealing my ignorance. It's hot. And I'm dripping sweat already, y'all. It's humid. Let's see what this thermometer over here says. Well, hey, Mr. Noun, what's going on, buddy? Top of the morning to you, Lucas. Alright, buddy. Let's see, what's that thermometer down there say? About the same as it's been, 82, maybe 83 there. Lots and lots of babies. Lots of babies. Look at them. Look at my new baby back here in this corner, y'all. Oh, there's a couple soldier fly larvae right there. Oh, goodness. I zoomed in way too close, y'all. I apologize. It's hard to watch what I'm doing, moving around the bedding in the bin and control the camera with my other hand and the zoom at the same time. I need a cameraman, y'all. I need a cameraman. Anybody want to apply for the job? I'm just kidding. I'm not hiring a cameraman, y'all. Oh, check it out. Look at there. Oh, yeah. They digging it. They are digging it. Whew. Let's move along to the next bin. Check in on these boogers and see how they're doing. Lots of condensation. Lots of condensation on this lid. Like my forehead. Lots of condensation. Ooh, lots of castings right there at the surface too. Look at there. Must be a bunch over here in this corner. Ooh! Look at the forbidden spaghetti, y'all. I know I didn't do that good. But this is the forbidden spaghetti. The intestines of the earth. And y'all, these red wigglers will, if you give them enough food and adequate moisture, and give them a good place to live and enough space, y'all, these things they'll about double in population approximately every 90 days or so. So I tell folks, unless you're starting some kind of a big worm operation or you got lots and lots of stuff you need to recycle, you don't really need to start out with a lot of worms. I mean, I recommend I think most people don't need but about a quarter pound to start out with, honestly. And you know, in a few months' time, you'll double that. Now, if you got a big bin, I think the most I would start out with is about 1,000. 1,000. I mean, you could start out with 2, 3, 4, 5,000, because they say, the manufacturer says these bins here hold approximately 16,000 red wigglers when they fully mature. And this is a 20-gallon, has a 20-gallon capacity. So, you know, approximately 15,000 red wigglers for 20 gallons of space. When I started out my bins, I think I started out with 2,000 per bin. But now that I look back on it, I really bought too many to begin with. I really didn't need that many. I could have started with half that many. 1,000 red wigglers is really all you need to start out with something like this. I mean, you can start out with more if you want to, but I'm on a budget, you know, and I would suggest most people just start out with, you know, maybe 1,000 if you got a big bin like this. But now if you got a little bin, like a mortar tray or a 5-gallon bucket or Paisley, shout out to Paisley. Y'all ought to go check out Paisley Hunting. That's a channel. She's a subscriber to our channel. She's local to me over in Batesburg, Leesville, not too far away, a town or two over. Anyhow, though, that's not the point. She started her first worm bin in an old bee box, an old beehive. And those things are, you know, I don't know, they're about, you know, I don't know, about 1.5 foot or 2 foot by, about 2 foot by 2 foot square or so. They're not that big, but she just started out with a 1/4 pound, and that's the perfect amount to start out with that size bin. So, in other words, the smaller the bin, the fewer worms you can start out with. You don't really need that many. Well, let me get over in this corner before I walk off. I've been yapping too much, and I ain't doing what I'm supposed to be doing, y'all. But, yeah, you don't need to start out with a ton of worms. Like I say, not unless you got a whole lot to recycle and you're starting a business or something. Now, I guess if you're starting a business or something, you might want to start out with some more worms. But if you're just doing it as a hobby, or just doing it for yourself at home, just to recycle your food waste and cardboard, and, you know, get you some good castings for your plants, or maybe some fishing worms, shoot, I wouldn't start out but with a 1/4 pound. Save your money, y'all. Save your money. I ain't trying to upsell nobody on nothing they don't need. Don't y'all just, I can't stand that when people try to sell you stuff you don't need. Hey, but that's just me. That's just my opinion. I'm just a guy. Just a guy on YouTube with an opinion. Take that for what it's worth, y'all. And honestly, I'm just a guy, so it ain't worth much. It sure ain't. It sure ain't. Yeah, this bin's got a little too much cardboard in it. I need to add a little more mushroom compost to this bin, I think. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a little caveat on this. I picked the worm orders that I filled this morning out of these 2 bins, so they're already kind of been disturbed. Well, this one here has been really disturbed, but they've both been disturbed this morning already. So we'll see what we see. But this is not the first time I've opened this bin today. So let's see if we got any over here. Yeah, they in here. Yep. And when I dug my worms for my order this morning, I dug them straight out of the corners because I knew that's where they were congregating to stay cool. Oh yeah, I still got plenty of worms, y'all. Look at these castings, y'all. Let me dig down in here. Ooh, look at here. Yes, sir. Oh, I thought I saw a cocoon. I ain't got my glasses on, D. I can't see nothing. Everything's all blurry. My stigmatism, everything. I can't see nothing, y'all. I mean, I can see. I'm sorry. It's not that I can't see nothing, but everything's kind of blurry. I can see everything. Everything's blurry, though. I know. Yes, sir. All right, let's check out this last bin. Last bin, everybody. Last bin, everybody. Last bin, everybody. I wish y'all could see me dancing. Last bin, everybody. All right. Y'all can ask my wife. I'm a terrible dancer. One time when we were dating before we got married, I tried to dip her on the dance floor at a party one time, and we fell slap on the floor. I dropped her right on the floor, y'all, right in front of everybody, in the middle of the whole party. That was the last time we ever danced. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. That is the last time we ever danced. I guess I let her down. Oh, y'all saw that one coming a mile away, I bet. I bet y'all saw that one coming a mile away. Man! These castings are looking great. Oh, man, yeah. Look at zoom down in here. That's a hook-worthy worm right there. Well, I'll get over in this corner, but it's already been disturbed, so I don't think we're going to see much over here. I mean, there's still plenty of worms. Whew! Y'all, I got to get out of this shit. I'm dripping. Man, it's like a sauna out here. Maybe I ought to open a sauna. The Worm Wizard Castings sauna. No, never mind. Bad idea. I'll stick to the worms, y'all. Better not do that. All right, y'all. Well, hopefully I didn't bore anybody to death today. Ooh, let me wipe the sweat. Ooh. All right. Hopefully I didn't bore y'all to death. Y'all, I sure do appreciate it if you made it this far. You know it. I appreciate it. You already know it if you made it this far, though. God bless y'all. And y'all come on back now. You hear?